Well, in today's episode, there's been something that's bothered me for quite a while, and I'm going to try to see if I can do something about it now that I might have the tractor to do something about it. That's just the way it goes. Well, I haven't fired the old girl up, and I can't even tell you how long, but it turned, but slowly, and it did start real nice. And you can see we charging. Good idea to start these up at least once a month. I'll have to look when the last video I made of this thing was. Is shortly after I bought it, and then I parked it in here, and here it's sat. Every blue moon I'm walking by these machines, I'll fire them up. That one I got a battery tender on that, and I see a green light, so it's got juice, crazy juice. I still have yet to fix the push button on that. That's pretty minor. I'll show you what the deal is right now. That's still pushing out about 15 amps charging. But yeah, I'll show you. Now, these tractors come with a clutch safety switch. If you've ever worked on a washing machine, it's the same concept as the lid switch. And what happens is you push this in, and then it's open or closed basically, and it allows you to start the tractor. Well, when those switches go bad, most of the time they just bypass them, like I did in my washing machine. It's designed so a little kid can't crawl down in the washer and the lid shut on them and they start spinning or something like that. I'm assuming that's what it's for. But anyways, same thing here. You know, when they go bad, and I have no problem, you know, there's not a bunch of people around to run over or anything, and I always do the handshake up top, make sure I'm in neutral, and my foot's on the clutch, it's not riding it. But this is what happens. So you can see here they just bypassed it, and that's exactly how I did my washing machine. Actually, this burned out, and I think the same thing happened to me here. This burned out, so this needs snipped and this needs snipped, and they just need shrink wrapped together to make just a continuous wire, and then get my push button back on there, and I'll be good to go. So yeah, that's the latest and greatest on this thing. And this tractor is pretty much going to be dedicated to just pulling a cold-mulcher around. And that's what I want. I want tractors that are just assigned to one unit if I can. Get to that age where it's like, yeah, I'm really good on switching implements out on tractors. So yeah, if I could just keep this hooked to the cold-mulcher, it wouldn't hurt my feelings at all. The shovels, I did get those. I got all brand new ones for the tines, so go in underneath, hook those up. That won't take me that long. Once I get rolling, probably an hour, put them all on. And other than that, good to go. So you saw me buy this at the auction, and just from a snapshot glance, I knew they were the big prongs. The only tractor I have that'll fit this is 756, and you just saw that hooked to the cold-mulcher. I think this would be really, really cool on like an international 300 utility or a 350. Clean up your field edges. You have your chainsaw sitting on the back of the carryall. Maybe slice up some firewood, some 20-inch logs, throw them on the back, and you got some campfire wood. That's how I picture this. And I don't know what tractors I'm going to own in the future, so anytime I see a nice implement like that, I grab it. Just like the carryall I grabbed for the Cub. I didn't even have a Cub with a fast hitch, but I knew eventually one day I would buy one. So yeah, it's not going to fit the Super C. I'm okay with that. I got a carryall that'll fit the Cub. I got a carryall that'll fit the 756. But the reality is that 756 look pretty ridiculous with a carryall on it. Well, you saw the Farmall Cub passed its first test. And I got a step on here, and I don't know, one of you guys was like, oh, I step right up on the thing. Yeah, you're not my age either, dude. Keep that in mind. You will be, unless you do something stupid and don't make it. But yeah, that's going to be really nice, man. And all it is a hanger. It's not, I know you can get the bolt-on ones that go underneath, and I'll have to do that for the A. But not for the Cubby. We're just a hanging and a stepping and a going and a grinning. But what I want to do is pull this thing out and get this brush hog off of here, and put another test to it. And I don't think it's going to pass this one. I don't expect it to, but I'm going to try. Well, it was a while ago, and maybe a year or two ago, I bought this. This was redone. This was reconditioned. You can run it off the PTO, or take the belt off, whatever, and just run it off the belt. But I bought this, and actually the wax coating is, it's still on there. But it's, yeah, you can see it discolored and stuff, but the blade was redone and everything. It's not a bad little buzzsaw. I just find it dangerous as all hell. You got that thing hooked up, and it's hooked up to the fast hitch, but it's right here. I mean, most of these had cover guards, at least right here, so you're not gonna whack yourself or something. But it's been sitting here in the weeds, and I don't know, I was gonna spray it, not say it, but there's the fast hitch right there. It's low, and I thought I'd back up with the Cub, get that starter off there. And I don't even know if that starter's any good. It's been sitting out in the weather. It's gonna need rebuilt to be good, but not relevant. And then you can see it's pretty nice buzzsaw, but I want to get it out of here. The buzzsaw really was made, when I first got this, everybody was like, oh yeah, you Farmall Cub. I'm like, Cub ain't gonna lift that. Cub ain't gonna lift that. Four dudes lifted that up, and I mean barely. Took a fifth one to inch it up another level to get it into the tailgate of the bed of the truck, okay? So now, this was made for like the 140, the 130, maybe even like a Super A minimally. But I'm gonna give it the old college try, and you're gonna see if I can lift this or not. And I know every little ounce counts, so I'm gonna even throw that starter off there so it doesn't weigh it down even more. Yeah, gonna drop this brush hog and then just go for broke. I don't know, you know, the buzzsaw probably has this in weight by just a little bit. So my whole line of thinking is if it can pick this up, there is a chance it will pick the buzzsaw up. So that is in there tighter than a frog's butt, and I'm gonna have to leave it down like that and then back up just to take the tension off that. You can see it's not in all the way, and I know that's only about 1/4 of an inch, but it's making a difference as far as the clip, pinching the clip down. So I gotta lift it up, and I know this sounds crazy, but just kind of apply pressure against that tree, the back of the brush hog, and push it in more. And once I do this, this will pull up with your pinky. All right, I just lightly touched it against that grass bundle, and I moved it probably 1/8 of an inch. I wonder if I can't pull it out right now. Yep, that's all it took. Yeah, there you go. We're out of here now. Yeah, it's moving now. All I got to do is disconnect the PTO. I'm good to go. Yeah, the clip's up and out of the slot. I didn't notice this. He's got a retainer pin right there, but I'm gonna go get a nut driver and a flathead screwdriver and get that out of there. got washers and everything on there. Jeez. Talk about a losing battle. All right, so there's a lot about a Cub I like. One, it's a Farmall. Two, it has a dipstick. And I pulled that dipstick before I started it. I didn't bother showing you guys, but man, how nice was that? I pulled it out of there, perfectly level to the full and brown, just like right out of the bottle. Look at that, IH. Well, we're snapped on in. The clip is down, the weeds are in the way. Let's shed some extra weight here. About what, 10 pounds? I don't know, man. Is it gonna lift it? It's gotta be about, I'll give it another 50 to 100 pounds beyond the brush hog. I'd be a lot more confident if I had 30 pounds on each side up front, but hey, I tell you what, if it don't go right, blame a viewer. Yeah, you can get a little bit better look at it. And part of the problem is not just the weight, it's how far out it extends. You know, you're lifting from there and center mass is back here. I don't know, maybe I can swing this tray in. That can't hurt. But it ain't gonna be the end all be all. Go baby, go. It's inching up. It's lifted it. And we're not coming up in the front, but it's up. Winner! Oh no, ski. I see what happened. It was buried in the dirt. And I just had to get that thing out of there. Unreal. Let's get the rest of these weeds off of here. No kidding. So, I haven't driven it yet with this on the back of it, but yeah, I think we got a winner right here. Now, the only downfall of this being a Cub is this buzzsaw being PTO driven. That PTO goes backwards, so be better off with like a 100 or a 130 or an A or something along those lines. I should probably tie this up. That's just filthy. But yeah, I think it works. I think if you hook the PTO up, I think you'd spin to win. Yeah, it sure did. Picked her right up. Now there's a little gradient here going up. I ain't exactly thrilled about that, but I don't know. Let's see. Worst I can do is a wheelie. I'll keep my hand on the hydraulic lever. I feel myself going up. I drop the buzzsaw on his tracks. Huh. Now I need to mow that spot right there. And I don't feel like doing it with the frog. I think I'll do it with the cub. Not that cub. That cub. So I'm gonna just go through here and mow this. Well, there you go. Teamwork made the dream work. 1948, 1955, 55. Green's ugly. I recommend to all my clients the step. It's like the clapper. You just put your foot on it instead of clapping your hands. Beep, beep.